Hello, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the DJ Trick channel. My name's Patrick, and today we have a very hot topic that's been all over the Facebook groups, all over Instagram, Reddit. If you've been keeping up with it, the sync button. If a DJ uses the sync button, then no, I'm just messing. It's not about the sync button at all, but it is something that has been a frequent topic on all the groups that I've at least been following, and it's about speaker tripods and gravity stands. So, before I get to that, I have two very special guests. If y'all mind, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's go ahead and give it up to HJ, my son, and Little K, my little princess, right here. I love them to death. They're very supportive of me, and they get to enjoy all the wild, crazy music I get to listen to and get to let them listen to. But before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and give a quick product description of the height and weight and everything, pricing of the Pro X Polaris stand. So I got them off idjnow.com. Only reason why I got it from them because they were offering a discount, so that always helps, right? And at the same time, you know, there are stands from Chauvet and the actual gravity stand company. I guess this company, I just know that has gravity stands in the description if I'm looking at it. And they're a lot more expensive, and the biggest key difference between all three of the companies that I just said is that the gravity stand companies, their base plate are round. They're actually round, like a round base plate. The Chauvet ones, they're square. So they're kind of the same as the Pro X ones because the Pro X are also square. And I do like the round ones, but it wasn't a make or break for me. But the biggest thing was that I was able to get a pair of Pro X after everything, included the shipping, included the bags, for $300. That's saying a lot. White gravity stands for $300 is a steal. At the time, with no discount, the Chauvet ones were $450. Not too sure about the shipping and the bags, and then the gravity stands, they were even more. And I'm not trying to say that I'm a cheap DJ at all, but at the same time, you know, I did have a chance to try them out by a buddy of mine named Kyle, DJ Peck, from Eventide's production. Thank you, because he let me try them out back in November with the wedding that I was doing. I was actually helping him out with the gig, and he's like, oh, hey, my packages came in. And he was talking all about the Pro X stands. And at that time, that's when all the groups and everything were talking about how tripods look ugly. If you use a tripod, then you're not a DJ. I thought that was kind of extreme, but because I've been a tripod fan myself. I've never really liked the truss look. I've never liked the totem looks with the speakers on top. I don't mind for moving heads. But before we keep going on that, so real quick about the Pro X Polaris gravity stands. So they can get up to 72 inches height. So that's really tall. You can mount, like I did this past weekend, an ADJ Starburst or the Chauvet Rotosphere. I have both. I use both for many different things. But that's what I used, the ADJ one this past weekend. Or you can put a mountain head on there with a proper adapter and plate. And I mainly use them with my RCF Art 915 speakers. Those speakers weigh around 50 pounds, and that base plate's 30 pounds, like I said, and with a height of 72, they can support a combined weight of 80 pounds. They do not lean or anything like that when they're on perfectly flat ground. Sometimes whenever you get into some of those really older venues that have hardwood flooring, and it is like the original flooring almost, you know, sometimes it's a little uneven, so that's only the downside of those, that it's a little harder to kind of lean up and get something underneath that. But other than that, I'm going to get my two special helpers to help me get this thing together. HJ, if you don't mind coming over here and holding this bag right over here, make sure that this thing don't fall out. Awesome. You're going to hold that. I'm going to slide this out. Little K, if you don't mind getting that bag out of the way. So real quick, I'm going to show you. So we have two handles right here, perfect. You can grab from either way, from that way. I've seen people grab them like this. It doesn't matter how you grab them. The best part is that there's three mounting points right here. So you got one there, there, and there. This is the one I use the most for my speakers, my disco ball, and my moving heads. You could probably put a TV on here if you were to put it, mount it back there. But now, we're going to go ahead and get this thing together. Right here comes a little strap. It has a divider. That's another amazing, neat little feature about this. It has a divider, so it prevents your holes from scratching up. And real quick, I'm going to show y'all something before I forget. Right here, These are, I guess, cable management clips that you can put on speaker poles. Y'all already know about them. I use them whenever I have my tops on top of my sub. These come in black. I couldn't find them in white. They might be in white, but the shipment for these Polaris stands came in super quick. Like, wow, I wasn't expecting them until next week. I guess I'll just go ahead and order them. And Amazon got these for like $3 for, I think, 2. So I got a whole bunch of them and painted them white. All right, HJ, if you don't mind, go ahead and get this in for me, please. Little K, if you don't mind getting this out of the way. And that's how easy it is. You can put that on. And there you go. Just like that, it is on. Now I'm going to get little K's help over here, helping out. Alright, Miss Little K, if you don't mind coming over here and rising this up for me, please. Go ahead and raise it on up. Look at that. Alright, if you don't mind holding up that pin right there so everybody can see it. So right here, look up, baby girl. Right here is a pin. So this pin goes right here in the hole. Put that in for me, please. There you go, and that's perfect. And this is what I like to do when I get it set. That's right, I just let it drop. That's it, and then I tighten this down just snug. You don't have to hand crank it down until it can barely move or anything like that. That is too much. I always suggest when I'm doing a gig log, I'm making a video about it, that you don't have to hand tighten things so tight that you can't get off. This thing is just to mainly help support the pin. That's all it is, and prevent this from wobbling around a whole lot. So, we actually got a speaker over here that we're going to put on top of this. HJ, if you don't mind grabbing that E-Verse 8. So we are using, you just heard it, the E-Verse 8. By the time you catch this, the E-Verse 12 will already be out. Little K, if you don't mind grabbing me the cables, please. Doesn't that speaker look so good? So this is actually what DJ, Spec, Kyle, that's what he does. He uses this right here on top of the gravity stand, and that's where I got the idea from. So thank you, like I said earlier, for letting me borrow those. And now we're going to go ahead and plug this bad boy up so we can kind of demonstrate what it looks like. That's in. That's right, I kind of just leave it hanging like this. Because right here, I have both of those clips already together. I put them in at the same time, and both of the clips at the same time. I just pull that one down into position, I pull that down, or I kind of like it looking really nice and tight, so I'll kind of put it all the way up to the top so you don't see that little loop and hang from the cables. Same thing like that, put it right there. And then that's it. And then you got some white gaff tape. You can kind of gaff tape behind here to make it look a lot cleaner and so on. But that's it. That's how long it took to put it up. Now, stay tuned because guess what? I'm going to show you the speaker tripod. I've always used them with a scrim. I've been doing that for the last 7 years. And, you know, I really want to take my look to a whole different level. And that's why I got these stands, because they make my setup look nice and neat. And the plus side is, it saves me time. So we're going to go ahead and take this thing apart real quick to show you what it looks like being taken apart. Now we're not going to put them in the bag right now, just for the sake of timing. Here we are. Y'all all know what these are. You've all seen them before. I'm not going to go into the specifics about this specific one, but this one gives me the most issues. It's like some kind of hydraulic style tripod. So remember how I told you on this part here that you don't have to crank down on it? This one doesn't have pins because it just forces it up, right? And the problem with it is, with this one right here, is that you have to crank this down, and if you don't get it cranked down, it just does that. So that was another reason why I kind of like that style. I'm not too worried about how heavy something is. You know, I stay in good enough shape that I can put a speaker on top of something. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and show you how long it takes to put this together. So most DJs just use it like this, they put the speaker on top, and then they put the cables on. Well, I don't like that look. Also, I think kind of having a scrim is clutch in some scenarios, because mine at least are a 360 scrim, so it covers all of the sides, so there's nothing open in the back, and it allows me to hide all of my cables underneath there, and it even lets me put an uplight underneath it, and it just really looks good with uplights. So we're going to go ahead and put this together. So normally I'll put the cables on first. Right here, I let it hang over the handle right there. Then right here, I kind of have to look and see what side these go on, because this specific speaker scrim has a little cutout that hangs a little lower on one side versus the other side. So it takes time doing that. Then you gotta get this on just right. Look at that. Oh, it's coming together. Pull that through. Y'all already know where I'm going. Some of y'all have done this before. Look at all this time. Look, I could already been on to my next Polaris stand by now. Get that on, and guess what? You still can't put this together yet, because if you go ahead and put this up here, the weight of the cables is going to rip it right off the Velcro. That's our E-Verse 8. Then you plug this in. Simple. And right here, because this speaker tripod, the pole itself is a lot thinner, the diameter of it is not as big and round, so I had to put gaff tape right there to help keep the speaker scrim up. And that's it. And we're done. So the other one doesn't take as long. I like this style, but I don't want it for my weddings. I don't want it for my corporate parties. If I'm doing a Sweet 16 and they don't care about my fancy booth or anything like that, or the furniture booth I just rolled out that nobody has seen, that'll be a master reveal later on. But yeah, if I'm not doing Sweet 16s, then there's really no need for me to bring out the tripods anymore at all. I will utilize them probably whenever I'm not using my 360 tubes, because right now I'm rocking just the 360 tubes and my uplights for my main events. And then whenever they want a little bit extra, I'll bring in my intimidators and use those on totems. But really the only time I would use that right there is if I need it for my T-bar, or some people call it the lighting tree, or if I use it for my starburst. But that is it. Thank y'all for checking this out. Please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe, because you're helping not support me, just me, but you're also helping me support my big man, HJ, and my baby girl, my little princess, Little K. So y'all mind come over here real quick, and there you go. Thank y'all for tuning in to the DJ Trick channel. Y'all take it easy, and if y'all are about to rock out with the event this weekend like me, y'all crush it. Y'all take it easy now.